The grand hall glowed beneath the soft light of golden chandeliers, filled with the vibrant buzz of cheerful voices. Yet she sat by herself at a table meant for kin, her fingers nervously twisting the corner of a linen napkin. Doubts swirled in her mind about her choice to come. The bride, a distant cousin, was little more than a name to her, and the crowd of unfamiliar faces only deepened her sense of displacement. Her eyes wandered across the room, catching groups of friends raising glasses in celebration, lovers sharing tender moments, and not one gaze met her own. She shifted uncomfortably in her chair, feeling like an intruder, wondering if her unease was as apparent as it seemed. Every laugh, every warm grin, every shared story among others pressed harder on her isolation. The idea of slipping away quietly, unnoticed, flickered through her thoughts. An escape before anyone could mark her presence. Then a calm, deep voice broke through her solitude. "Act like you're here with me," a man said softly, leaning slightly closer. Surprised, she lifted her eyes to meet his. He was tall, dressed sharply in a fitted dark suit, his demeanor exuding quiet confidence. Before she could find words to respond, he offered a kind smile and slid into the seat beside her. "This is all right with you, isn't it?" he asked gently, his tone steady and reassuring. She hesitated, then gave a slight shake of her head, words failing her. For the first time that night, the heavy burden of being overlooked began to lift. As the music swelled and the dance floor came alive with motion, curious glances started to turn their way. He draped his arm casually over the back of her chair, speaking to her as if they were lifelong companions. Whispers rippled through the crowd, but his composed presence seemed to shield her from their attention. Their conversation began quietly, touching on the newlyweds, the frenzy of wedding festivities. His voice was warm, never intrusive, yet it drew her in, encouraging her to share. She found herself laughing, a genuine, unfamiliar sound that hadn't escaped her in months. The oppressive weight of loneliness that had cloaked her began to dissolve. At one point, his fingers lightly grazed hers. "They're staring," he said with a mischievous smile. Her heart raced, not just from the touch, but because she realized she didn't mind the pretense. Not with him. It felt less like a performance and more like something authentic. As the night progressed, the bride approached, her expression bright with surprise. "I didn't know you two knew each other," she said warmly. He replied smoothly, "Just reconnecting with an old friend," casting a comforting glance her way. She played along, offering a timid smile, her pulse quickening with the thrill of their shared secret. As the evening wound down, guests began to depart, their laughter fading into the cool night air. She stood uncertain, grappling with what to say now that their act was over. Was it just a kind gesture, a stranger's way of saving her from discomfort? Or did his steady gaze hint at something deeper? He walked her outside, where the gentle glow of streetlights cast soft shadows. "You look like you needed a friend tonight," he said simply, his words honest and unadorned. Her throat tightened, emotions surging, because he was right. "Thank you," she whispered, her voice unsteady. "I don't even know your name." He smiled, extending his hand with a formal air. "Ethan," he introduced himself. She took his hand, her fingers trembling slightly, but his warmth steadied her. She offered her name in return, and in that moment, it felt like the start of something unforeseen. As they walked to her car, the silence between them was comfortable, not lonely. She realized life could change in small, unexpected ways. A stranger's murmur, a shared moment, a hand offered when least expected. That night, she no longer felt invisible. Deep down, she wondered if perhaps she hadn't been pretending at all. As he opened her car door, she paused, looking at him one last time. The night was chilly, but her heart felt lighter than it had in years. "Maybe we'll meet again," she said softly, wary of hoping too much. He gave her that same reassuring smile and nodded. As she drove off, she replayed the night, the murmur, the laughter, the warmth of connection. Whether he was meant to remain in her life or not, one truth stood clear. A stranger's kindness had reshaped her evening, and perhaps her heart forever.